In just 58 minutes, she shattered the world's number one. This wasn't a practice match, nor a dream, but an unforgettable spectacle on the biggest hardcourt stage, Indian Wells. And no one saw it coming. This is the incredible story of 20-year-old Alexandra Eala, a Filipino tennis prodigy who entered the hallowed grounds of the fifth Grand Slam, faced the world's most feared player, and did more than just compete, she conquered. Point by point, game after game, she dismantled her opponent with such dominance that the audience forgot they were watching tennis. What they witnessed was something extraordinary, an event that only happens once in a generation. The story only gets better from here. To understand what happened in Indian Wells in March 2026, we need to rewind. The journey started not in the heat of California, but in the bustling streets of Manila. A shy yet determined Filipina, hailing from a family steeped in athleticism, was honing her raw potential at the prestigious Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain. In 2025, Alexandra, or Alex as her friends call her, was ranked 143rd in the world. Not a name everyone recognized, nor a player that captured major headlines. She was on a long list of promising talents, but that was all. People acknowledged her ability, but few expected her to make history. What they overlooked, however, was her quiet yet relentless evolution. Alexandra wasn't just growing, she was crafting her game. She learned from every loss, from every narrow defeat, dissecting the moments when the game revealed its vulnerabilities. Piece by piece, she eliminated those weaknesses, developing the technical foundation of a player ready for the top ranks. With coach Jean Bosch's guidance and years spent at the Rafa Nadal Academy, she simply needed the right opportunity to prove herself. That moment arrived in March 2025 in Miami. The WTA granted her a wild card entry, a chance for a player outside the top 130 to face the best in the world. What she did next seems almost unbelievable. She defeated Yelena Estino. Then, in a stunning turn, she beat Madison Keys, the current US Open champion. The tennis world sat up and took notice. In the next round, she faced and triumphed over then world number 2, Iga Swiatek, in straight sets. Calm, composed, and in full control, Eala made history by becoming the first wild card in WTA history to defeat 3 major winners in a single tournament. She didn't stop there. By the end of 2025, Alexandra had made history once again. She became the first Filipino player to rank in the WTA Top 100, finished the year at number 50, and clinched her first WTA 125 title in Guadalajara. She even became the first Filipino player to win a Grand Slam singles match in the Open era at the US Open. Reflecting on the year, Alexandra said, "My dreams have truly come alive. I'm so grateful for everything that has happened and all the people who supported me along the way." So, when she arrived at Indian Wells 2026, the question on everyone's mind was simple yet daunting. Could she repeat her success on one of the sport's biggest stages? Indian Wells isn't just another tournament. It feels like a Grand Slam, massive crowds, constant pressure, and an atmosphere where the world's top athletes come to prove themselves. At the top of the draw was the reigning world number 1, Aryna Sabalenka, a powerful player from Belarus known for her thunderous serve and dominant baseline game. She had just made it to the Australian Open final and was the undisputed champion in women's tennis. In contrast, Alexandra Eala was ranked 32nd, just making her debut at Indian Wells. Her meteoric rise in the past year earned her a spot, but no one expected her to challenge the world's best. Even the experts laughed off the possibility of an upset when the draw put her on a collision course with Sabalenka in the 4th round. Sabalenka, the favorite, had too much power, they thought. But those who dismissed Eala's chances would soon be proven wrong. As the match began in the sweltering California afternoon, it was immediately clear that something was different. Eala wasn't nervous or intimidated. She wasn't hesitant. There was a serene confidence about her. Sabalenka came out strong, aiming to push Eala back with her powerful serve and heavy forehand. But Eala refused to back down. She returned Sabalenka's fierce serves with precision, absorbed the power, and swiftly redirected it into the open court. She dominated rallies, mixing offense with endurance, dictating the tempo and pace of the match. Before Sabalenka could reset, Eala had won the first set, 6-2. The atmosphere in the stadium shifted instantly. A quiet murmur ran through the crowd. The realization dawned on them. They were witnessing something special. Alexandra Eala wasn't just playing. She was performing a masterclass, a feat that would be talked about for years to come. The game wasn't just a match, it was an event that defied belief. By the time the second set rolled around, it was evident that Eala was on the verge of something extraordinary. With a relentless blend of technique, footwork, and poise, she dismantled Sabalenka, winning 6-2, 6-1. The crowd erupted, but their cheers were mixed with disbelief. Alexandra Eala had done the unthinkable. She had toppled the world number one, and in the process, she had solidified her place as one of tennis' brightest stars. As her story unfolds, we're left to wonder, what's next for this unstoppable force from the Philippines? Stay tuned for the next chapter in this incredible rise to the top. Is this conversation helpful so far? Suspicious activity detected. It looks like someone else may be using your ChatGPT account. Please secure your account to regain access to all features. Learn more, just 58 minutes. That's all it took for Alexandra Eala to rewrite the history books, shattering expectations and leaving the tennis world in a state of disbelief. In those few moments, she didn't just compete against the world's top-ranked player, Aryna Sabalenka. She dominated her, forcing the match to a stunning conclusion before most could even settle into their seats. The crowd, once quiet, erupted as Eala, the 20-year-old Filipina sensation, lifted her arms in triumph, still in awe of what she had just accomplished. The Philippine supporters in the stands were in rapture, while tennis fans worldwide were quick to turn to their screens to replay the jaw-dropping moment. Her victory was more than just an upset, it was an earth-shattering performance. Social media exploded with hashtags and reactions. In mere minutes, the name Alexandra Eala was trending globally. It wasn't just the Filipinos celebrating. Tennis fans from every corner of the globe knew they had just witnessed something special. The narratives shifted immediately, with analysts who had once dismissed her as a player with a ceiling, now reconsidering their assessments. The match itself became a viral sensation, as clips of her swift destruction of the world know. One circulated rapidly. In her post-match interview, Eala maintained the calm composure that had become her trademark. She simply stated, "I have faith in myself. For a very long period, I had faith in myself. All I wanted was for everyone to see it." It wasn't a response of arrogance or surprise. It was the kind of confidence reserved for those who know they are destined for greatness. This wasn't a lucky win. It was a statement, a performance that signaled the arrival of a future champion. But this victory goes beyond one match. It reshapes the conversation around women's tennis. The sport has been filled with discussions about who would eventually rise to challenge the dominance of players like Sabalenka, Swiatek, and other titans of the tour. Many names have come and gone, but Eala's consistent performance since Miami 2025 makes her stand out. She started that year ranked 143rd, and by the end of 2025, was sitting at number 50, becoming the highest-ranked Filipino player in history. In 2026, she is now ranked 32nd, a meteoric rise that leaves no doubt. She is here to stay. Her list of achievements already reads like a career's worth of milestones. Multiple Grand Slam wins, historic victories over higher-ranked opponents like Sabalenka, Swiatek, and Keys, and the distinction of being the first Filipino to make a significant mark in tennis. Yet, she is only 20, and she has only just begun. Her trajectory is clear, and the best is yet to come. As Eala herself stated in an interview, "The obvious answer, which has always kind of been my answer, was to win slams and to be world number one. Those are sort of everyone's desire, and I consider myself to be fairly ambitious." With that kind of determination, it's clear that this is only the beginning. The question is not if she'll reach those goals, but how quickly. 58 minutes. Just under an hour in the California desert, Alexandra Eala not only destroyed the world's top player, but did so with poise, precision, and the kind of confidence that can only come from knowing you are destined for greatness. Her victory at Indian Wells marks a turning point in women's tennis and a historic moment for her home country of the Philippines. If she can achieve this at just 20 years old, imagine where she'll be when she truly hits her stride.